Hi, I'm Baggy. I'm actually in my birthday suit because I just got off work and, you know, sometimes you just gotta not wear a bra. But I watched a really good movie the other night and I wanted to discuss it while I had a minute. The movie was called No One Gets Out Alive. It's a Netflix original and it came out in 2021, which is weird because I thought it like was a newer film from like this year or something, but it was actually a few years old. Um, So the movie takes place, and our main character, her name is Ambar, not Amber, Ambar, and basically she was born in Mexico. She doesn't have she doesn't have any documentation to live in the United States. She is trying to get to the United States, and it's a little unclear where she's living currently. But the main point is she needs papers, um, saying she is a U.S. citizen to go to where she needs to go in the states. So she is working in like a like a sewing factory almost, and she is renting off of this man named Red. He said that the house used to be his parents and they passed away, and him and his brother Becker have been trying to fix it up and rent it out to make a living. So, she has to give him this deposit to stay. So she does that. And a girl she works with at the factory is like, I can get you a passport, but if it's for Ohio, it's $1,000. But if it's for Texas, it'll be $3,000. Like, why can't you just get an Ohio one? And she's like, because the family member, I lied to him and said I was born in Texas, so it has to be Texas. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, well, girl, why don't you just give me the $1,000 you have, and then I'll front you the rest. And she's like, oh, that's great. So she does that. And this chick just like quits the job and dips out with that $1,000. So she's out of the money. And she decides that she's going to ask for her investment back on her rent from Red. And she tries to talk to Red, but his brother Becker answers instead. So he knows about what's going on with returning the money. And basically, she's having all these scary experiences. She's like having these visions of her dead mother. There was a really scary scene where you could see her mom's hand with like her medical IVs, like reaching up to grab her throat. She's seeing like other spirits in the house. A bunch of good, scary stuff there. And then she basically tells Red like he needs to meet her at this restaurant to give her her money. So he meets her there. He's like, look, I have your deposit. My brother doesn't want you to have it. So we'll have to go back to the house and get it. So they go back to the house to get it. And, he kind of tells her, like, I'm sorry, my brother's sick and he needs you. And she's like, what is going on? And basically, they have been capturing women and taking them to the basement and decapitating them. So she's all freaked out. She's like, what the hell's going on here? She kind of spied around the house before this point and saw a lot of like Aztec ritual stuff and like a cassette talking about an Aztec ritual. And basically what happens is these women are being sacrificed to make Becker like healthier. And then you get like a big reveal at the end where there's like this big stone box that apparently their father found like under the house, and Becker became obsessed with and like said that it had chosen him. So he's basically like capturing these women, leaving them in this room with this box, coming in, cleaning up, and then he like gets rejuvenated and is healthier. Um if you haven't seen it, turn off this review and go see it now because I'm going to spoil the ending. And the ending's really, really awesome. So I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to turn this off and go watch it if you don't want to know what the big reveal is. So, Ambar is caught, and she is tied up on this slab with this open concrete box in front of her. And she has this like vision where you know her mom is like in the hospital and she's with her and she's like, "Oh, stay with me, please." But it's this entity inside this box making her think that it's her mother with her, not this creature about to decapitate her head and eat it. And she doesn't fall for it, comes out of it, and the creature does not eat her. And it is like this big elder god behemoth like moth creature, which is really crazy because throughout the movie there's like a bunch of moths everywhere just like flying around. There's moths pinpointed like on the wall, like taxidermy style. There's actually a window in the house like on the roof that looks like butterfly or moth wings. But yeah, so basically she beats this thing, does not end up eating her. She ends up like not falling for it, getting out with her like strong will. And that's pretty much the end of the movie. She ends up killing Becker and Red with this Aztec weapon that they had like on the shelf. And it was just a really crazy cool movie. I didn't expect her to be like a final girl because the movie's called No One Gets Out Alive. But if you haven't seen it, totally check it out. Some of the movie is in Spanish, but I mean, there's subtitles. It's not like there's a whole lot of reading in it. But it was really scary. It had a lot of cool symbolism in it. And I really enjoyed it. So I just wanted to like share my opinion about it. And my name's Baggy. I'm in my birthday suit, but thank you very much for watching.